Alright guys, I'm Payne from Payne Collectibles, and I'm doing this video especially for my buddy Aden Martinez. You've seen him on our live shows from A Plus Collectibles. Now, Aden is starting to do the Collector of the Week kind of thing, or every other week or something like that, and so he wanted me to showcase what would be one of my favorite pieces in my collection, other than Jandy Harley, which is like probably being my number 2. My all-time favorite piece in my collection is always going to be this 1/4 scale Prime 1 3-character diorama of Nier Automata in one beautiful, magnificent composition. You've got 2B, A2, and 9S. Never been done before together in a licensed piece. There's so many things that's great about this piece, so let's take a look. Here we have the 2B, A2, and 9S. What I love about it is the overall composition. The silhouette is dialed in perfectly. You really see all characters in their element. And as we get closer, what is amazing is just the intricate details in the sculpt. Like, look at the texturing on her dress. Look at all of the detail in the stitch work, and the 2D portrait itself with the blindfold is pretty phenomenal. Now, as you turn around, the centerpiece of the entire base is this giant sword that is actually shared by the characters, right? Because 2B and A2 are both kick-ass robot androids. So this beautiful giant sword in there is definitely an Easter egg from the game. Now, what is also amazing about this piece and why you had to get the 3-character die was because look at 9S. This is the very first representation of 9S in statue form, and not only that, it's licensed. And because it's licensed, look at the detail intricate in the hands, the dirt on the gloves, dirt on the base, the weathering of the metal. His outfit, the same texture detail as in 2B. The stitching, the metal buckles, and the portrait is just bang on with this. So they really did this justice. And A2 is probably the sexiest android ever made, and the pose on A2 is just gorgeous. She's got a peg that's keyed in there, and she's fully elongated. She's about to strike her sword in the backhand. The intense expression on her face, like, this is just an amazing, amazing piece. That really doesn't get any better. The beauty about this piece and why it is a fan favorite, even for people who love Nier Automata. Now look, the shit isn't cheap. It's a very pricey piece, but that's not the point though. The point is, nowhere else were you able to get a statue of all 3 of them immortalized in one diorama with this dynamic posing that's just really tells a story. Everything, the details, the sculpt, the paint, everything's in the base. QC is really, really good. And that's the thing about Nier Automata. There have been a lot of unlicensed anime pieces, unlicensed pieces that have been made of 2B and A2, but not 9S. And the other problem is the 2B and A2s are out on the market. Some of them are gorgeous, but they're just a little over-sexualized. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the over-sexualized stuff, but when it comes to 2B and A2, I want a kick-ass fighting android Nier. You know what I'm saying? So, in terms of, if you're a fan of this series and of this game, there really was no other option. And honestly, the latest Prime Showcase, they are now going to do a 2B and 1/3. I am 1000% in on that. That's gonna be a day one pre-order for me, because there's no way that I'm gonna skip out on a 1/3 Nier. That is just way too amazing. Anyway, guys, this has been a quick look at my favorite piece of my collection. This is Prime 1 Nier Automata 3-character diorama, and this is Payne from Payne Collectibles. Signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video.